Lights, camera, fashion. It's the Mezza Live with lifestyle expert Jackie Grund and professional ski instructor to the stars, Nicole Iroff. After several run-ins with celebrities and as a successful blogger, Jackie felt the need to offer encouragement and support to help people living in their middle, or as she calls it, mezza of their lives. And joining her from the New York City fashions to the Colorado slopes, her co-host, Nicole Iroff. With the Mezza Live, they now come full force, blazing the way for women everywhere, wanting to add a little sparkle and a whole lot of spice to their everyday life. Tune in every other Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on uimediaapp.com, Facebook Live, Spreaker, and all your favorite podcasting platforms. Have something you'd like to say? Maybe a question or even a hello? Well, you are in luck. Call us at 678-495-4345, where Jackie and Nicole will answer you live. Reinvent yourself. It's time to feel fabulous in your 50s and sexy in your 60s. With the reviews you can use, here's Jackie and Nicole.
Welcome, everyone, to the Mezza Live. It's Thursday, October 8th. The leaves are falling and the air is cooler, which means we are changing hemispheres. Only time will tell if this seasonal change will have any impact on the rampant spread of the pandemic. Hopefully not. Also, we'll be reporting the openings of the top 10 ski resorts, along with safety procedures pertaining to COVID for them. And the past 2 weeks have been quite interesting. Oh, we do also have some giveaways today. Past 2 weeks have been quite interesting, especially from Ohio. Haha. And happy to report the Delta hurricane is slowing down. Yay. Locally, the weather here in Atlanta has been gorgeous for hiking, biking, walking, and tennis. Now I am getting ready for the ski season, and I hope you all are as well. Anyway, as always, please share the show now, as our Olympian will be here in just a few minutes. Right now, I'd like to say hello to my co-host, Jackie. Hi, Jackie.
How are you?
Great to see you, as always.
Yeah. Well,
you know, what's going on, girl?
I'm wearing my Tipsy
I see those. They're super cool.
I'm going to have to take them off. But this is the way I skied in the 70s.
Yeah.
I just want to let Jared know.
You know, you can get those.
I had no helmet, and I wore these.
Where can you get those? I know. Tell everyone where you can buy those.
I buy these at Peter Glenn, and Peter Glenn, we're actually doing a little push for them today because they're having a big sale starting today with their preseason.
Yeah.
That's where we met, too.
I
right?
know, yeah.
So I just wanted to mention a little something. Spider is kind of helping us out today. And
thank you.
Thank you, Spider. The U.S. ski team as well wears it. And just two little things. David Jacobs was the owner and the founder of Spider. And back in 1978, he basically started the business from his kitchen table.
Yeah.
And today, it's just a world-renowned ski brand.
It is.
And
one of the best.
It's amazing. So thank you, David. And his son has taken over that business.
Yep.
And we're very lucky that they sent us these fabulous pieces.
I know. You can find these at Peter Glenn at our ski shop that both Jackie and I work for in the winter season.
Sometimes.
And this past 2 weeks, I hurt myself, which I don't want to, talk about that too much. But I'll be cool because I just need to get ready for not so much tennis, but for the ski season. But my calf will get better sooner than later, right?
It will. Well, and I think we should just dive
at least I won the match.
Well, that's good. That's good.
It's worth an injury.
Well, that is.
Anyway, what else, Jackie?
Easier to recover than a ski injury. Well, hello, friends at WDJY 99.1 FM. Hello, friends from WTTA 101.2 FM in Kentucky and Ohio. Stay updated with all our uncensored content at uimedianetwork.org. If you have any questions and would like to say hello to all of us today, please call us at 678-495-4345. Connect with us online. You can follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spreaker, and other podcasting platforms as UI Media or the Mezza Live show on our YouTube channel. Are you tired of fake news? I am. Then head to Jekyll Island, Georgia this weekend on October 10th and 11th for the Red Pill Expo. That sounds interesting. The purpose is to help truth seekers understand how the world really works, contrary in many ways to commonly held illusions. Go to uimedianetwork.org and register today.
Go today. Okay. Let's get on with the show, Jackie.
All right.
We have a very special guest. For all you winter enthusiasts, we have American downhiller. I know you've been waiting for him for the past month. And two-time Olympian Mr. Jared Goldberg will be spending some time with us today. He just arrived home from training in Europe, and we will hear all about that and his new film he is in, The American Downhiller. So hold on, everybody. Buckle up as we bring on our very special guest who travels over 80 miles per hour, not in a car, but on two sticks down a very steep race course. He has been in 2 Olympics. He's a former U.S. junior champion. He just arrived home from Europe with his teammates, and the U.S. ski team has been training very hard there for the upcoming season, starting here in Solden, Austria not here, but starting in Europe, Solden, Austria next month. He's the face of Spider Active Sports. He's currently in the new movie, American Downhiller, as I just mentioned, which was just released a few weeks ago. You can see American Downhiller on the USskiandsnowboard.org website or Google it. Please welcome our very special guest all the way from Salt Lake City, Utah. It's Mr. Jared Goldberg.
Hey, Jared.
Hi, Jared.
How are you?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
Good to be on the show.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome. Well, we just want to get into some questions, and hopefully everyone's interested in hearing all your answers. I'm sure everybody is.
I think everyone's
very
super excited that you're home safe,
here.
first of all.
Yep.
And
anyway,
thank goodness for that.
Well, anyway, I was reading a little bit about you, and we basically want to know, well, let's go back to a little bit of the beginning and how you got started, and your racing. And I know that your parents were both ski instructors in Killington. I used to ski there all the time, and I know. So just take us back a little bit and how you kind of got into the ski racing and at what age.
Yeah, so my parents were always big diehard skiers, and they're both from the East Coast, and they used to love doing trips out west. So they'd go to Jackson Hole or to Salt Lake City to Snowbird and Alta, or up to the village up in Jackson Hole. Mm-hmm. And they just loved coming out west, and they had an opportunity to come out here. So I learned to ski in Killington. Yeah. When I was 2 to 4 years old, I was skiing there. But then when they had an opportunity to come out here and where there's more powder and they're really into big mountain skiing. And so we took the chance and came out here.
There was one good bar in Killington. It was called the Bordy Barn. I used to hang out there. That was a really long time ago. I might have met your parents there, probably.
I tell you, the ski bumps at Killington killed me when I was a kid.
There were some good bumps over there.
But not anymore.
I would have gone to I was a little young at the time, so maybe I probably didn't see you there.
Yeah, probably not.
It's cold there, too. But anyway.
It is.
That's all I remember is it being cold. But I think skiing in the East Coast makes you good at skiing. So you.
How old were you when they actually put you on skis and you started to get into this?
I was two years old.
You were 2. Wow.
When I started, yeah.
Yeah. Super cute. I know. I did that with my son, too, Ari, but he didn't really take to it. All right. Jared, I know, Jared and I met in Beaver Creek at a retail store while he was signing autographs at Gorsuch. And later that day, I bumped into him again and asked him if he would be so kind to speak with my son, whom I've been having a hard time with when it comes to our family trips. Ari did not take well to skiing or snowboarding, and he started to do snow biking. But with snow biking, a parent has to carry the bike on the lift, which means that parent can't really go skiing because then they have to watch their kid. It was a big problem. Lots of tears. This put a major problem. And Jared was so kind to get on the phone with my son and take a few minutes out of his busy schedule. And he was just so nice to take that time to encourage him to try to ski again and to get off the Xbox. Many thanks to Jared, and I'm forever grateful for him for doing so, because now Ari skis, and because of you, he loves to go skiing. He can't wait now. Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
That's good to hear.
Really, really appreciate that. Yay, no more problems. Thank you. All right, Jared, here we go. You're on top of the race course. It's 0 degrees out, okay? It's a downhill race. Do you ever think to yourself, what the hell am I going to do now? I'm about to go 80 miles per hour. It's very dangerous. Aren't you freezing up there? Because when I used to teach skiing, I used to freeze, and I used to actually help some U.S. ski team coaches back in the day when I was younger. We used to go around to races, and it was freezing up there. How do you stay warm in those thin suits that Spider gives you? Let's go. Let's talk about when you're top of the race course and what really goes on.
So we're doing a lot of warming up at the top of the course, and I try to limit my time as much as I possibly can fully in the race suit. So I take my clothes off, my jacket off about 1-2 minutes before I push out of the start. So that's how I stay warm. It's also not really cold in Europe that time of year when we're racing. And we're also racing at 1 o'clock and 1:30 in the afternoon because it's primetime television to start the race at 12 to 12:30. So, we get out there and usually inspect when it's cold and it's crisp feeling and you're like, oh, it's pretty cold today. And then, by the time 1 o'clock rolls around, sometimes it's pretty warm. So we don't usually have to deal with being that cold during the races. But where we do have to deal with that is when we're training, like early morning training at 7 a.m. down in Chile in the summer, or Colorado can get really cold too. And that's where we're going to be heading next month for the month of November every year.
Yeah. So do you ever get scared when you're at the top when you're at the wand? Come on, tell us the truth, man.
Yeah.
Ever?
I think that's where experience comes in, but yeah, for sure. I've been scared before, for years. Like every time you go to a new downhill, every time you go to a new downhill, I mean, some of them are about 2 miles long, one of them's 3 miles long. Like it's just, they're really long and you only have an hour and a half or an hour and 15 minutes to inspect in the morning, which seems like a lot of time, but when you're trying to like memorize, 3 miles of a course, that's what's nerve wracking. It's not. And then if you can, on top of that, if you can, like, you're like, okay, do I jump here? Or do I go 1 o'clock direction off this jump? Or is it 12 o'clock direction? And if you think about going 70 miles an hour and you go 1 o'clock instead of 12 o'clock, you're going to be 30 feet to the right when you land. So like, that's where that's like where experience comes in, but like, that's where I get used to get nervous. So like when you become like, now I'm 29 years old and I've been doing the courses now for 7 years. And it's like, you can compare it to like Formula One racing where like you start in the back of the pack and you're just trying to inch your way up to the front. Yeah. And it's like trying to race against guys that are in their mid 30s that have done those courses for 15 years and you're 21 and just starting out that's what's nerve wracking is that those guys don't even need to look at the course in the morning and they could run it.
Just go.
And you're like trying to look.
It's like playing golf. You got to know the course.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
What's the fastest you've gone down? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, but like every year that you go back to a new course, you get 2 or 3 runs on it and you get an inspection every morning. And that's like where you really get to learn the hill so that now I can be in a course and be like, way less nervous than I was the first 5 years of doing it. It just takes time.
Okay, Jared, we have 1 minute left. We have 1 minute left.
Go ahead with your question.
Yeah. So what is the fastest you've gone down the hill? What mile per hour? What can you tell us? What is the fastest speed?
I've gone is 99 and a half miles an hour.
Wow.
99 and a half.
That's fast.
Yeah.
That's really fast.
So that was
that's what kind of protective gear do you have to wear?
That was an interesting day because that was in just your helmet and your padded gloves, nothing else.
All right, Jared, listen, we have to take a
suit with nothing, pretty much.
We have to take a 30-second break. We'll be right back with Jared Goldberg, 2-time Olympian, and he's in the new movie American Downhiller. We'll see you soon.
All right.
This is Kurt Arsenault of Arsenault Advisory Group. You just got married, but you may not realize that your money did as well. Is your spouse a spender or a saver? Will you purchase or rent a home? Finances aren't always fun to talk about, but getting on the same page with your partner and having real conversations about your goals will pave the way for a secure future. If you have recently tied the knot, visit arsenaultadvisory.com to download our free ebook titled 7 Smart Money Marriage Tips. Visit arsenaultadvisory.com to get your free ebook today.
welcome back to Mezzo Live, and we're here with Jared Goldberg. And I'm up and I'm gonna ask you my next question. He's a great downhill skier and two-time Olympian. You were in Sochi in 2014, 2018, and Pyeongchang in South Korea.
Super cool.
Yeah.
God.
So, are you going to be competing in the next Olympics in 2022 in Beijing? And will that be your last Olympics? Or are you going to go for it now?
That's the plan. The plan is definitely to go. I'm on track.
Yep.
I feel like I'm skiing at a way higher level than I ever have. And I've been to the last two. So I'm feeling pretty good about going to the next ones and being competitive.
That'll be exciting.
As far as how many more Olympics I'll do, I really can't tell you. I'm taking it 1 year at a time here, but
right.
As long as I'm enjoying it, I'll keep going. So
Ashley, do we have the video of Jared skiing? All right, we're going to queue up for a little video of Jared.
And did you want to ask him about the life of a ski racer at all? I've got this video going. All right, we have a little video.
Jared Goldberg for the United States.
I'm gonna bet into
Jared Goldberg.
I could count bets into a female.
Jared told me. His family moved to Utah, but he was born in Boston.
You're the first and last of your kind. I wanna be every leaf that you grow, and those showers that shower you. Gonna pour at you like a cat pours at my one
Showed a little video.
Yeah, that was probably...
You'll get to see it after.
Yeah. Jared, can you explain to us and the children who are watching, the young ski racers who are so inspired by you, a day in the life of a ski racer? What time you wake up for training? What time you go for workouts? How long are your workouts? How heavy are the weights you lift? Because I know, as a downhiller, you really probably have to have legs like a tree trunk just to hold you up, right? Big muscles.
Yeah.
And then what you eat, I think it would be kind of, something interesting to hear for the children who are listening.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it really depends where we are. In the summer, we actually wake up the earliest. This year we're in Mount Hood, Oregon, and we were staying in Hood River, which was about an hour drive to get to the mountain. And we purposely did that so that we could do fun summer afternoon activities like mountain biking but we had to wake up at 4:25 and 20 exact. You're counting every single day. We had to get up at that time because we had to be up on the mountain when the sun was coming up. So that's not normal, but I'll tell you that waking up at 4:25 for 8 days is it makes literally any other time. It makes waking up at 6:30 not that bad anymore, or early. So, but like a normal year during like a normal race year, we're waking up probably around like 7:30, and I do a big warm up in the morning to get my body ready. It's like try to keep my back healthy, get all my muscles firing because we're doing a lot of days in a row because we're doing usually have 2 training runs before the actual downhill race. And then sometimes there's the super G thrown in there. So you're just trying to keep yourself feeling good and loose and doing a lot of stretching and stuff. And then, usually our inspection will be around 9:30 in the morning, and we'll go inspect for about an hour tops. And then you're kind of just killing time, doing warm-up runs, waiting for your race time to start, which is, like I was saying earlier, around noon to 12:30 to 1 o'clock, depending on where it is. So you're just, we get really good at hanging out and killing time and, reading books or listening to music and just kind of chatting with, the other teams and just keeping yourself busy and trying not to be nervous and think about what you have to do in, an hour. It's like, it's 11 o'clock rolls around. I got to go 90 miles an hour in an hour. So it's like trying to just like suppress those feelings and just, drink your coffee and just kind of keep yourself calm.
What about your diet?
Is a normal day.
Are you on a special diet as an athlete to keep the muscles, toned and you don't get flabby?
Yeah, we we did, some of us downhillers were trying to, be as heavy as we can. I've tried different things. I've tried to be really heavy. And when I'm really heavy, then I just feel sluggish and can't move.
Exactly.
Wow.
Usually we're on, we call it the seafood diet, where you see food and you eat it.
I'm on that diet. Damn
and
it.
you kind of,
It doesn't help me though.
and, the more you can kind of snack throughout the day is what we've done, and not just thinking about like, I'm going to have a huge breakfast and a big lunch and then a big dinner, like trying to just like eat snacks throughout the day. And that's how you can kind of build on mass.
Is it better to be heavier?
I think it's better to be heavier, so you're stronger and you can build big muscles. But like for me, when I was skiing, I skied much better lighter.
Oh, well, I guess
I wasn't a racer.
Noticed,
Do you know what I mean? Like I would eat a little bit, just like a banana or like a one bar, and I was done for the day because I didn't want to get up the hill till 4. That's all I ate. It's true story. I would keep raisins in my pocket. That was it. But for you,
you got to be kind of a grazer. Being a grazer is a good thing.
And I was much faster when I was lighter, quicker, right?
Yeah. But so like during a race day, I'm paying attention to that. Like I have bars in my pocket and I have like some kind of snacks, and like because if the worst thing for you is to like take 3 hours and not eat and then have to go do a really intense run. So like I'm snacking all day if I can, and that's like how you keep on the mass.
Right.
Well, I wanted to bring up, unfortunately, this has been the most strangest year ever, right? The COVID came and really impacted everybody. How has that impacted, you, the ski team, ski business? Do you think the slopes, for regular people just going skiing, what do you think the ski season is going to look like out there in Utah and Colorado? And also for what's happening with you guys on the ski team?
I think, the end of last year was really strange, and really strange for us too as racers. Like we were kind of we had a couple more races left and everything just kind of got canned.
Yeah.
So we were kind of sitting there like, okay, what are we going to do now? This is our job. And I just started getting into backcountry skiing, and like kind of it opened up like a whole new world for me. I'd been before, but like here we're in Salt Lake City, we were able to still go do some backcountry skiing. And it was like, if you just kept your distance, it was cool.
Yeah.
And it was really fun. Like it totally opened my mind to going skiing. It was like going on a run or going on a bike ride or something. Like I had to earn my turn. So I think that people are going to get a little bit more into backcountry skiing this year.
Oh, interesting.
So what is
hopefully everybody's
is that
safe.
just being out in the woods more?
The sales I think have increased, for the backcountry gear, because all the lifts were shut. Everyone went to go buy the gosh, I haven't been in the store in so long. The bindings that release and the skins, and walk up. Lifts were closed. So you ski down.
So you'd have to walk to where you want to ski.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
You gotta.
Then you walk up the hill.
Oh, you got
skin
that.
up.
You
skin up.
You got the water pack and behind you.
You skin up with your dog, and then you click back in with your Solomon. What are they called again?
Those
bindings.
Workout. That's a real workout.
And you go ski down. That's what's. But I think a lot of people are going to be
hanging out in the gondola.
I think a lot of people are going to be itching to get back on the slopes because they were all cut off in March.
Yeah.
And,
I agree.
I mean,
I think
everything is super, super clean now.
So hopefully it'll be a good season then. So you're saying
we're hoping for a good season.
Backcountry skiing. Okay, that sounds interesting.
But I also think there's going to be an uptick in backcountry. But I think a lot of people that would have taken a trip anyway, I think everybody's getting more comfortable with how life is now.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think people will go and be careful. Like I just flew to Europe and came back like a few days ago.
Yeah.
And there was tons of people flying. It's not like the normal, but like there was. The plane was packed. So like, I think people will be traveling. I think it's just going to be a weird reality, like having to book a tea time or whatever that's going to look like. So
book your reservation up the mountain.
All right, Jared, we want to talk about the new movie that you're in.
Yes.
The new movie, you're an American downhiller. So exciting. Congratulations for getting in the movie.
Yeah.
I watched it. It was so entertaining. Can you please tell everyone a little bit about the movie, what it's about, and where you can see it?
Sure. So the American Downhiller movie is really cool. It's a project. It's really an idea that one of my teammates he retired a few years ago, Marco Sullivan, big American downhiller guy. Nice. Yeah. He's an awesome guy. And he basically like came up with this idea. He's like, we're different than the tech team. Like we're a cult. We're kind of crazy. Like we like to go fast, and a lot of people wouldn't even think of going down the hills we ski down. And we're actually pushing ourselves to go faster down them. So we all kind of feel like we like maybe like Navy SEALs or something, like we kind of have this brotherhood.
Like
and
a fraternity.
Yeah, so he started.
But don't forget about the women downhillers. Just adding.
Of course, the women. Yeah, the speed unicorns they call them themselves.
Really?
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, yeah. So we're waiting for that movie coming out soon.
Yay.
Maybe I don't know. But yeah, the American Downhiller is just like it's like this cult, this brotherhood, and a lot of people love the idea of it and the name. And he's been selling some accessories and hats and stuff, and just so people can support. Because there are people that are like, I'm a downhill guy. Like I want to watch downhill and that's all I like. And some people like to watch slalom and, it's just a different genre of skiing. But the movie's really awesome. And it just has a little bit of history that you can see like about Billy Johnson and all the guys, bunch of guys in the past. And it was cool for me to see too, because Darren and Bodie and them. Yeah, of course. The list goes on forever.
Jared Goldberg.
But
You know what I thought was really interesting was the European versus the USA, that whole
rivalry.
I thought that was
Go USA.
Yeah.
Go you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's something that we've had to deal with for a long time.
I thought that was really interesting to see that.
What was really cool is how AJ Kitt was talking about how, US skiers have to go over to Europe and see what it's like. And it's true, because like we all think we're good and like that we're really fast here. And then everyone on the team that's gone over there and has a story that's like oh man, I got my ass kicked so hard.
Yeah, I know Bill Johnson, he's a legend because I think he was the first American male downhiller to win a gold medal for the US. So, rest in peace. I don't think he's here anymore, unfortunately, but go Bill Johnson and So
we all look up to those guys, and it's just really cool. Like I've actually, like really cool story real quick is like I jumped over a fence to go get Darren Rolf's autograph once when they were here doing a test event for the 2002 Olympics. And he was like, he took the time and he gave me an autograph. And then, 12 years later, I was doing autographs in Colorado, and he was right next to me. So it was just really cool.
Okay, Jared, we're running out of time. Let's talk about Spider Active Team that you're on. We've got about 1 minute left. Go. What do you do for them?
I'm on the Spider Active Team. I've been on the team for 7 years, and awesome. They're an awesome company, and I really think that they're really pushing skiing and outerwear, and really like all my stuff is so quality, and it really works in the outdoors. So it was really cool to test it not only on the race slopes this summer or during the winter, but also to be able to test it in the backcountry was really cool this year. So I helped them with product design and which is what I'm studying. So
that's what I heard. Right.
Jared, listen, we have to run. Such pleasure, and many thanks for coming and joining us today.
Sure. And then people can catch that.
Yes.
They can catch that movie on in skiracing.com. And also on POC.com, POCUSA.com.
Fantastic. Will you come back on the show with us in the winter?
Thank you. If he's right, he might be busy.
I'll be in Europe.
Well, listen, good luck to you.
It might be in the middle of the night.
We'll be watching you. Gold for Goldberg. Thank you, Jared.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Take care.
Thanks, Jared. Talk to you soon. Keep in touch.
So
okay.
We're still
That was so exciting.
Yes,
thank you, Jared. All right, listen, we need to get some other news today. The
Nicole,
top 10
what's the
openings.
ski report going on?
We're starting off with ski report. Even though it's October, everything is starting to open up, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to wear my Peter Glenn hat, too.
We're going to start off at Peter Glenn. Yes, we are having we'll talk about the sale in a second, but Keystone is opening up November 6th. Aspen is opening up November 9th, and this is all ready and set to go based on conditions. November 25th for Beaver Creek, Breckenridge November 13th, Copper Mountain November 30th, Crested Butte November 25th, Snowmass November 26th, Steamboat November 18th, Telluride the 21st of November, and we've got Winter Park at the end of November 2. We've got some giveaways, but we also want to talk about a couple of things. The preseason sale at Peter Glenn is today through the 12th through Monday. They're staying open extra hours, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Incredible deals throughout the store, earn up to 60%. Take 10% off the new fully priced merchandise and snowboard clothing. Get your skis and snowboard ready for winter. $19.99 Sharpen and Ski Wax Special.
Hey, by the way, our giveaways.
Giveaways. Let's do giveaways.
If anyone has commented on our YouTube channel, on our Mezzo Live Facebook, we're looking for comments. So you will be getting this fabulous, like what I'm wearing, actually.
It's the Shimmer Bug.
And it's called the Shimmer Bug 3/4 zip. And please, you have to comment, follow us on the Mezza Live Facebook.
Yep, we're going to pick somebody today at the end of the show.
Or if you've been commenting, comment on the YouTube channel.
And we're going to wrap it up now.
We're going to wrap it up. All
we're
right.
going to wrap it up like we're running down a downhill course.
All right, I'm getting my lift ticket now. All right.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the show with Jared Goldberg. We're going to have more celebrity lineups.
Yes.
Go to the Mezza page on Facebook and follow us, Instagram, and we will see you
We'll see you
next week. We have an extra special show.
Yeah, we have David Andes coming out of Newburger Andes, and he's a financial guy.
And Stacy King, health nutritionist and fitness guru. We'll see you guys soon. And thank you again to Jared Goldberg.
Thank you, Jared.
Thanks, Jackie.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thanks, girls. Bye.
I can't believe that time went by so fast. It's true what they say. Time flies when you're having fun. Please like, comment, share, and support the show. Go to uimediaapp.com to watch all the Mezza Live shows. Follow UI Media Network online, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and all your favorite podcasting platforms to stay updated with our uncensored content. Would you like to be featured on the show or even sponsor it? Write to us on contact@uimedianetwork.org to know how. We hope you had a wonderful time and hope these tips will help reinvent yourself in the best years of your life. Take care, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Same time, same place. The Mezza Live, only on UI Media Network. The UI Media Network and its associates take no responsibility for the opinions and statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests.